Hello, and welcome to the first episode of REALZ TV with your host here, Big Sexy, aka Mr. Keep It Reals, aka Mr. AKA. Yeah, I have a lot of nicknames. It's kind of my thing. So I created REALZ TV because I've been doing a thing on Facebook for a while where I notice or call out specific actions that people take, ones that I may take offense to, ones that I may think are silly, just ones that I just don't understand. So while I'm a good writer, I figured, why not put myself on a little TV channel to talk about it? I thought about what would be a good topic to kick off this whole little series I have. This episode 1. Kind of want it to be better than episode 1 Star Wars, but I don't think it's going to be as good as episode 4, which was really the first one. Anyway, I decided to talk about how competitors think they're so hardcore. Competitors in the various divisions, bodybuilding, figure, physique, blah blah blah. You don't have to look very far on social media to see a lot of these things, a lot of these people being hardcore. Competitors will talk about how they're so hardcore, because they can do an hour of cardio on a step mill, or because they have to eat 6 solid meals a day consisting of fish or chicken, maybe some oatmeal, always some egg whites, and not to forget the hardcore holy grail of any competitor's diet, asparagus. Asparagus is kind of like Tom Brady. Everybody knows he's really good, but nobody really likes him. So if you say you like asparagus, either you're a liar or an asshole, or maybe you're a vegan. Either way. So you work out hard, you eat clean food, and that somehow makes you a badass. You're more like that fighter, Kimbo. He looks tough, but he always gets his ass handed to him by some scrub fighter. Yeah, you're like Kimbo on a scale of badass. You're not badass. Badass is walking a dirt road in Afghanistan, trying not to step on an IED that's gonna blow both your legs off. Badass is going to a building that's on fire, trying to save a baby, knowing you're gonna end up looking like Freddy Krueger if you don't get out in time. Badass is that single mom that's gotta drive her kids to school, has a job, works out, does her cardio in the morning, and does all these things. And you know what? You never hear her asking for a repost or a double tap. Double tap if you like. What about competitors that go ham on their diet because they're away from home or at an event with their little nickel slick 6-pack bags, have their food nicely tucked in it, but they're hardcore because they have to eat their tilapia cold? Listen, being stranded at an event, your 6-pack bag full of fresh food, and turning up your hardcore because you have to eat it cold is like climbing Mount Everest in a helicopter and the window's cracked 1 inch to get a little chilly. Hashtag do whatever it takes. Hashtag hardcore. Hashtag numb taste buds. And what about the families in Africa that get maybe a handful of rice every day if they're lucky? The little kid that's walking around with a dozen flies that are walking on his eyeballs. Think they like some cold tilapia? Competitors whine about eating pounds and pounds of food in the off-season so they can pack on muscle mass. While kids in third world countries have to drink water from a stream. Got Bullwinkle the moose taking a dump in it upstream. Well, I guess it is all relative, like Einstein says. Relatively your nerf-laden vagina. Hashtag first world problems. And that brings me to workouts. Everybody likes to think they're the Tasmanian devil in the gym. Going on that little whirlwind tornado thing, just totally killing it. But in actuality, what they really look like is Elmer Fudd, where your lisp and your seemingly inaccurate shot with your out-of-date blunderbuss, all while trying to shoot that pesky rabbit, is replaced by poor form, half reps, timely little model turns in the mirror in between sets so you can assess your physique. Hey, I just call you Derek Zoolander right now, but at least Derek Zoolander is really exceptionally good looking. Another one I see is people are talking about lions don't care about the opinions of sheep. Oh, they don't like my form on exercise. Well, lions don't care about the opinions of sheep. Oh, well, they don't like my progress picture. Lions don't care about the opinions of sheep. I'm a lion and I hunt what I want. It's kind of a bold statement, but couldn't it really apply to anything? I mean, as if a duck-billed platypus or even an orangutan gives a crap about what a sheep thinks. What animal in the animal kingdom even would care what a sheep opinion was? Maybe a flea. Oh no, Mr. Sheep, don't roll in the mud. You might make my dinner dirty. Or that expression, throw me to the wolves and I'll come back leader of the pack. Now I think this might be a metaphorical one, because I'm pretty sure if you pick any random a-hole out and throw him into a pack of wolves, he's going to be doggy chow. Unless you're a werewolf, then you already have a pack. Even in a metaphorical sense, if you throw someone to a pack of wolves, aren't the wolves kind of equivalent to the haters out there? You gotta come back as leader of the wolf pack haters? That's a great concept, huh? Two hardcores. Let's not forget about beast mode. When I think about beast mode, I think of Marshawn Lynch through the New Orleans Saints defense, knocking 11 guys over 2 times in a row, scoring a touchdown. That's why I think of beast mode. Everyone's talking about going lion, tiger, or bear. Oh my. Like they're the apex killer in the animal world or something like that. When in actuality, if they do some research, they would find out that a hippopotamus is the leading killer of all animals in the animal kingdom. A hippopotamus is that badass. But I don't see any bikini competitors out there claiming to be the queen hippo up in this bitch. What, not glamorous enough for you? Oh, but she'll be a lioness. Because what's a lioness do? Goes and hunts food for the king lion and then sits back and eats the scraps the king doesn't want. That sounds like hardcore work. At least you could have been Chitara from the Thundercats. At least she used to whoop Mumra's ass. One thing I don't really get, of all the animals out there that people could choose, the #1 most lethal killer of anyone is a human. The animal that you are right now. Humans kick more ass than Ricky Tikki Tavi at a Cobra family reunion. Humans actually hunt animals, cut their heads off, and place them on their wall. Now, I'm not saying I condone it. In fact, I think it's kind of sick. But when you think about being hardcore, cutting your enemy's head off, hanging it on the wall like an IKEA painting to spruce up the ambiance, that's a lot more hardcore than hunting in a pack, eating a jar of honey, and sleeping for 4 months out of the year. It's okay. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a dolphin. At least they only get killed when they get caught in fishing nets while hunters are trying to get tuna. Human hunters. Now, granted, there's people out there that I do think deserve a clap. A lot of people out there have lost a leg or an arm who have gone on and they've competed and they train hard every day. Some don't even look to get in the stage. They just in there killing it all day, every day. Guys in wheelchairs. Guys who deal with real adversities. People with cancer that are still going to try and train. But someone who really doesn't have a job or works as a personal trainer going ham in the gym, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You're supposed to go ham on your workouts. Bragging about going hardcore on your workouts is like bragging about showing up to work on time. You're supposed to do it. And that concludes this week's REALZ TV with your host, Big Sexy, aka Mr. Keep It Reals. To all you guys out there, keep it real and stay sucker free. Peace.